Okay, this thing may or may not start making more noise during this video. I cannot find a way to turn it off. I should not have turned it on to begin with. So today we're reacting to episodes 4 and 5 of Winx Club. Those of you who don't know, I made a post in my posts tab on my channel. I will be starting a new upload schedule, and that will start on March 16th. So I will be posting every day of the week from then on, and Mondays are the normal Nevermore days. That's gonna stay the same unless a new episode doesn't come out, and then I will just replace it with something else like I did last week. Tuesday, Thursday is going to be Winx Club, and then Wednesday, Friday will be Ever After High. And Winx Club is like 10 seasons long with 3 movies, so we're gonna be with Winx Club for a while, but Ever After High will end in, I think, the mid to end of April. So when that happens, we will figure out what reaction series that you guys want next. Anyway, this intro has been extremely long. We are gonna get into the episodes.
Now, you've all been put into groups, so we're ready to begin. You have 3 hours to get out of Black Mud Swamp and reach the clearing in the middle of Gloomy Wood Forest without using magic.
So this episode's gonna be kind of cool and interesting. They have a little, I wouldn't say competition, it's more of like a little exercise that they're doing. I kind of like the idea that they have to get out of the swamp without using magic, because the school is all about teaching them magic, and it just seems like this exercise is perfect for just kind of like relying on your like skills without magic. So
no, my foot is asleep.
Let him out, Darcy.
What a stench!
Guess I shouldn't have eaten those beans.
Never mind the beans, Nut. You always smell bad. We gotta find him a hiding place with better ventilation.
So obviously the principal doesn't know that they have the little troll ogre guy. It's kind of interesting though, they have to hide him in order to actually be able to keep him on campus. I mean, I would have just thought that he would be somewhere else and they'd just be able to summon him. Kept the duck! Oh, that's so cute! I love that! Oh my gosh!
Look! A red fountain aircraft! Let's go see! Hurry, they might need help! You guys okay?
Isn't it rather obvious?
Okay, it's definitely interesting that the specialists kind of crash landed on their little exercise thing that they're supposed to be doing for class. I do think the troll is gone. I think either the ogre or the tricks took him. But they're definitely setting up the specialists to be like the Winx's like romantic interests. I mean, like obviously they're landing into whatever exercise they're doing, and
Impact knocked out the stabilizer.
And whoever did that must have dealt with the handcuffs too.
It's a psychic lock. To be able to open it, you need mental powers. Well, this sounds a bit like a flying spell. Yeah, but trolls can't cast spells. So that means someone helped him.
I think they're kind of starting to get a clue that the tricks was the ones that got the troll out of the aircraft. I mean, literally nobody else could have done that, so it had to be the tricks. And obviously we know earlier in the episode that Nut was talking about getting the troll back, so they probably were helping him.
It's a good thing the silence helps us focus, so we can listen to the voice of nature. Not that again. I don't hear anything.
I find it funny that really only Bloom and Flora are the ones that are kind of in tune. Flora, it's obvious because she's an earth fairy. Well, fairy of plants, not really earth. But Bloom, I mean, she's from Earth, and she has lived most of her life without magic, so it would make sense that the other fairies are having a really hard time with this because they grew up doing magic. They grew up knowing they had powers.
That's impossible, Riven. No form of animal life could survive here.
And why not?
There's nothing animals can eat here.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
I'm positive, but I'm beginning to have some serious doubts.
So the specialists are definitely gonna have to have the Winx's help later. I mean, they're literally intertwined with vines. So, I mean, they're gonna bring them together. I know it for sure. I also don't think this is gonna be the last, like, episode where we're gonna have the Winx and the specialists working together.
Riven, you've gone too far. You're just Prince Sky's yes man, Brandon. Why don't you go clean up his stables? You're insulting, Riven. So? What are you gonna do about it? You're off the team, buddy. Is that clear?
I mean, I kind of saw that coming at the beginning of the episode. He is very uptight and he doesn't have the greatest attitude, so I mean it would make sense if they did kick him off the team because he doesn't really work well with the others. But this also isn't the end of the episode. We still have like 10 minutes, so he could redeem himself in those 10 minutes. But I don't think Riven's gonna be a good character. I don't foresee him being there for the rest of the series.
We've got to be quick and to the point. Number 1, find a way to distract the troll.
Oh, I hope your plan also has a number 2.
Of course. Brandon and Timmy will grab a hold of him. Then Riven and I will slip the handcuffs on him. Any complaints?
Okay, so obviously they're telling us the plan, so the plan's not going to actually work. That's usually what happens in TV shows, where if they tell you the full plan, then that's not going to be what happens. The plan's not going to work. So we'll see what happens instead. I don't really think they're going to get the troll until probably closer to the end of the episode, seeing as this is like the whole like point of this episode.
Come on, quick! What are you waiting for? Cuff him! Easier said than done! Hurry up, you guys! I can't hold on!
Honestly, like I said, the plan wasn't going to work already, but honestly, they're not on a terrain where it's very solid, and they're surrounded by water. So I think they need to get out of whatever swamp they're in right now in order to actually get the troll back into custody.
I knew it! I knew it!
You gotta learn to chill out, Stormy. Everything is under control, all right?
But he could be lost.
Impossible. When a troll picks up a scent, he never loses it.
Maybe he got stuck in the quicksands. But our anti-gravity spell, that would have kept him from sinking.
What if that made him lose the scent? But then
I knew the tricks was behind the troll, or getting like the troll out of the specialist's custody. But it's interesting that they're arguing a lot this episode, which I think is probably going to be their dynamic. They are always probably going to be arguing from now on. So I think that's probably going to end up being their demise or whatever against the Winx.
At last, you made it. We gave you freedom, and you did as you were told, and now you must return to oblivion.
goodbye, troll. Our secret vanishes with you.
I guess the troll never got back into the specialist's custody. I mean, that makes sense though, because the troll would have then been tied to the tricks and they probably would have been arrested too. But that's interesting though.
First, they help him escape. Then, they help him in the swamp and make him disappear.
But who would want to do something like that?
What's that in your hand there, Bloom? I'm not sure. I may be wrong, but these feathers look familiar. Ring a bell?
Icy stuck.
And what does she have to do with this story? I haven't got a clue, but I'd really like to know.
I like how the Winx are starting to get more suspicious of the tricks. I mean, obviously they know they're after Stella's scepter, but they don't really know half of what the tricks have planned for them or for anyone who is like in their way. The series is definitely building up the tricks to be a stronger enemy than they originally started out to be at the beginning of the season. But we're only on episode 4, so they've got a long way to go. There's like 26 episodes in this season. Anyway, I liked that episode. It was really nice. They're definitely building up the tricks to be a bigger enemy than they have been, obviously. They're also definitely cementing like the Winx and the specialists as not only a team together, but possibly also romances as well. And I do like the fact that at the end of the episode we got to see how the specialists are finally getting along and they're getting more cemented as a team together. Before I start the next episode though, are you following me? Are you subscribed? Have you liked the video? If not, then after you're done watching this, go ahead and watch some of my other reactions. We've got reactions to the webtoon comic series Nevermore, we've got reactions to Ever After High, and obviously the rest of the Winx Club series so far. So why don't you go take a gander at my page and see if anything else interests you. Okay, it's the next day. I had a class to go to. Not fun. Well, funnish. But we're gonna get into the next episode, so let's go.
I said turn it off! I'll have a word with the headmistress about granting you a permanent exemption from kitchen duties.
I do like the fact that they're actually like teaching them how to cook, because it is a good skill to learn. It shows that the show actually took the time to flesh out all of these ideas and show that like they're actually learning stuff other than just magic.
Here, these are perfect, but the ring is too much. Now that's better. Here, Bloom, could you keep this for me, please?
But it's your magic ring.
Oh, I won't need it tonight.
I love how she said she's not gonna need her ring tonight. She probably is, because that's just how TV shows work at this point. Character says they don't need something, they need it later in the episode.
I'll get the extinguisher. Uh-oh, what a mess.
Mess, you say? A better word would be disaster.
Okay, definitely one thing that we most definitely learned from this episode is that they are terrible cooks. They're terrible. But also I'm gonna call it now. I was right. They are bringing the specialists and the Winx together as like not just as teammates but as like romantic interests. Which, I mean, is interesting, but like we kind of saw that a mile away anyway.
I've not been programmed for dating. You should try it anyway, it's fun. What's fun about dating? It is an experience of irrelevant value. You've nothing to lose then. Yeah, why don't you ask Timmy out? Good night, girls. I'm going to switch myself off now.
So I know Tekna's like the tech fairy, but is she a robot? It's a really weird sentence, but like at the same time, she keeps saying something about like something's not in her programming or this isn't in my programming or whatever. Is she a robot? Like, I don't think she is, but she keeps saying stuff like that. It makes me think she is. But at the same time, though, like, I think they are gonna make Tekna and Timmy, like, a couple. But it would have been so much better if they made her a lesbian. Because she's, like, already stated she doesn't care about boys. Perfect. I'm gonna hold on to hope for that one, because honestly, I really hope so.
It was late, and I didn't want to wake you up.
So how did it go? Come on, we want the details.
Oh, but there's nothing to tell.
And you want us to believe that? Come on, come on, come on.
I said nothing happened, okay? So go mind your own business.
Stella?
Who does she think she is?
No.
That's not Stella. That cannot be Stella. That's gotta be someone else. Because I know earlier in the episode, the girls were like, oh, this is really weird. I don't know why. Like, I think it was Tekna that said, oh, this is really weird. It feels like a trap. I feel like it was, and I feel like that's not Stella. That's like one of the tricks posing as her. It's gotta be.
What? Stella? Oh no. This place looks like it's been hit by a tornado.
I'm calling it again. That's not Stella. That's gotta be one of the tricks. And it would make sense because the room's obviously tossed. They're looking for her ring still. And Bloom has it, so obviously they're not gonna find it in the rooms.
Wanna talk? I want my ring, you thief!
Hey! All right, Stella, that's enough, thief!
Okay, maybe I was wrong, and it's not Icy, because that's not her powers. That's Stormy's weather power. That's, like, gotta be Stormy impersonating her.
Excuse me, ladies. I couldn't help but notice that, well, you were asking questions, and I think I have the information you're looking for. But maybe it's none of my business.
Are you kidding?
I knew it. It's Darcy. So Stormy's impersonating Stella. Darcy's that weird guy. Icy's gotta be somebody waiting at the Black Lagoon or something. I mean, it's all the tricks.
All right, enough fooling around.
Right you are, little fairies. Time to shed the disguise. And be myself.
Once again.
The witches.
Okay, I was wrong, so it was Darcy who was pretending to be Stella. Okay, that makes more sense now. That's kind of crazy, though.
Wait for me! Wait for me! Me too, madam!
But of course, Nut.
Okay, I don't know how I didn't think that was just Nut that got transformed. I mean, he had the sideburns and everything. That's crazy.
I've made my choice. No, we can't put Stella's life in danger. But this time, keep your word.
Normally I wouldn't, but I don't need her anymore. We did it.
Okay, originally I was gonna say that can't have been the actual ring, but obviously it was. So, next episode they're probably going to try and go to Cloud Tower to probably get it back, or somehow, because as Bloom said, she doesn't have her powers without a ring.
They might have scored a goal, but the game isn't over yet.
What are you talking about?
What? You don't have soccer on your planet? What's soccer?
I find it funny that, like, she's using the soccer analogy to explain the war that they're having with the tricks. But no, I definitely think what I said earlier rings true. They're probably going to go to get Stella's ring in the next episode, so that'll be fun. That's definitely something to look forward to next week. But yeah. Honestly, those were two really fun episodes. I love the fact that episode 4, it didn't really seem like a filler episode, mostly just because we found out what happened with the troll and the tricks and everything. I'm definitely excited for next week's episodes. They seem like they're going to be pretty important to the storyline, so that'll be fun. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Comment what you guys thought of these 2 episodes, and I will see you guys next week.